How intelligence agencies shape the world. Mossad, CIA, RAW. Every country in the world wants to be safe and strong. But to stay safe, countries need to know what is happening around them. Sometimes there are dangers that are not visible to the public. These dangers can come from other countries, groups, or secret plans. This is why countries create intelligence agencies. An intelligence agency is a special group that collects secret information. They do not work like the police or the army. Instead, they work quietly and carefully. Their job is to find out what others are planning and to stop bad things before they happen. Intelligence agencies use spies, technology, and many other ways to gather information. They listen to conversations, watch movements, and sometimes send people to work undercover. These agents may travel to different countries and meet important people to learn secrets. The information collected by intelligence agencies helps leaders make better decisions. For example, if a country learns that another country is planning an attack, they can prepare and protect themselves. If a country knows about threats like terrorism or spying, they can act quickly. Many stories about spies and secret missions come from intelligence agencies. These stories tell about brave people who risk their lives for their country. Though these stories seem like movies, they are real and often change the history of the world. Among the many intelligence agencies in the world, 3 are very famous. Mossad is the intelligence agency of Israel. CIA belongs to the United States. RAW is India's intelligence agency. Each one works hard to protect its country, but they have different ways of working. In this video, we will learn about how Mossad, CIA, and RAW started. We will see what they do and how they work. We will also hear about some famous missions that made a big difference in the world. Understanding intelligence agencies helps us see the hidden side of world events. These agencies are like the secret force that helps shape the future of countries and the safety of millions of people. Every intelligence agency has a story about how it began. These stories show us why each country needed such an agency and how they grew over time. Now, let's learn about the beginnings of Mossad, CIA, and RAW. Mossad is the intelligence agency of Israel. It was created after Israel became an independent country in 1948. Israel faced many threats from nearby countries and groups who did not want it to exist. Because of this, Israel needed a strong agency to protect itself. Mossad was formed to collect information, stop attacks, and help Israel stay safe. Over time, Mossad became known for its secret missions and brave spies. The CIA, or Central Intelligence Agency, is from the United States. It started after World War II in 1947. Before that, the US had small groups collecting information, but after the war, it needed a bigger, stronger agency to keep up with new dangers like the Cold War. The Cold War was a time when the US and the Soviet Union were in a silent fight for power. The CIA's job was to watch the Soviet Union and other countries to protect America. It used spies, technology, and secret plans to gather information and influence events worldwide. India's intelligence agency, RAW, stands for Research and Analysis Wing. RAW was created in 1968. India needed a strong agency because it faced many problems with its neighbors, especially after wars with Pakistan and China. RAW's job was to collect information about other countries and protect India's interests. RAW also helps India in many secret operations, including stopping terrorist attacks and gathering important political information. Even though these agencies started at different times and in different places, they all share a common goal. They want to protect their countries by gathering information that others do not have. They work in secret because if their enemies find out what they are doing, it could be dangerous. Each agency also has its own style. Mossad is known for being very bold and daring. The CIA uses advanced technology and has a wide global reach. RAW focuses a lot on its region but also works beyond borders to keep India safe. Understanding how these agencies began helps us know why they are so important today. They did not just appear suddenly. They grew because their countries needed them. As the world changed, these agencies changed too, becoming more skilled and powerful. Intelligence agencies like Mossad, CIA, and RAW do many different kinds of work. Their main job is to collect secret information that helps their country stay safe. But their work goes far beyond just collecting facts. They also use the information to influence what happens in the world. Their actions can change politics, help their leaders make decisions, and sometimes stop wars before they begin. One of the main ways intelligence agencies work is by using spies. Spies are special agents who go to other countries and gather information without being noticed. These spies are very careful. They may live in a foreign country for years pretending to be normal people. They meet with important people, listen to secret conversations, and watch how things are moving. Some spies even work inside government offices or military groups. This is very dangerous because if a spy is caught, they can be punished very harshly. Spies send back information to their agencies, which is then studied by experts. These experts try to understand what the other country is planning. For example, if a spy learns that a country is making new weapons or planning an attack, the agency can warn its government. This warning can save many lives. But intelligence agencies do not only rely on people, they also use a lot of technology. Today, technology is very advanced. Agencies can listen to phone calls, read emails, and watch cameras in secret. They can even hack into computers to find hidden information. This is called cyber spying. It is a way to gather information without sending spies into dangerous places. Sometimes, intelligence agencies use secret codes to send messages safely. This way, if someone tries to listen to the message, they will not understand it. The use of secret codes has been important for many years and is still used today in cyber communication. Intelligence agencies also try to influence other countries in different ways. They may want to support leaders or groups that are friendly to their country. This support can be in the form of money, advice, or secret help. On the other hand, they may try to weaken groups or leaders who are enemies. This could include spreading false information or helping opposition groups. For example, during the Cold War, the CIA helped many groups that wanted to fight against communist governments. They gave money and training to these groups to stop the spread of communism. This was part of a bigger struggle between the United States and the Soviet Union. The CIA's work helped shape many events around the world during this time. Mossad also has a history of using secret operations to protect Israel. Israel has many enemies around it, and Mossad works hard to stop attacks before they happen. Mossad has been known for daring missions, such as capturing dangerous people or stopping terrorist attacks. RAW, India's intelligence agency, has worked to keep India safe from threats, especially from neighboring countries. RAW collects information about military movements, political plans, and terrorism. They also try to support friendly groups in other countries to protect India's interests. Intelligence agencies also work closely with the military and police. When they find out about a threat, they pass this information to the people who can stop it. For example, if there is a plan for a terrorist attack, intelligence agencies help stop it before it happens. Their work is very secret. The public often does not know what they are doing. This secrecy is important because if enemies find out what the agency knows or who their spies are, the agency's work will be ruined. Sometimes intelligence agencies also compete with each other. Even allies like the United States and Israel keep some secrets from each other. This is because each country wants to protect its own interests first. In recent years, the world has changed, and intelligence agencies have changed too. Cyber spying has become very important. They watch not only what countries do, but also what groups and individuals do online. Terrorists and criminals also use the internet, so agencies have to be smart to stop them. In summary, intelligence agencies are not just groups of spies. They use many tools like spies, technology, secret codes, and influence to protect their country. Their work is risky and difficult, but it helps keep their nations safe. The information they gather can change world politics and save millions of lives. Chapter 4. Famous missions and covert operations and their impact on history. Intelligence agencies do many secret missions called covert operations. These operations happen in secret and are not known to the public for many years. The goal of covert operations is to protect the country, stop enemies, and sometimes change political situations without starting open wars. Mossad, CIA, and RAW have carried out many such operations that have shaped history in big ways. Mossad's covert operations. Mossad is famous for its bold and dangerous missions. One reason Mossad stands out is because of the success of its covert operations. These missions often involve sneaking into foreign countries, capturing or killing enemies, and gathering secret information. One of Mossad's most famous covert operations was the capture of Adolf Eichmann. Eichmann was a Nazi officer who helped plan the Holocaust. After World War II, Eichmann escaped to Argentina and lived there quietly. Mossad agents tracked him down and secretly kidnapped him from Argentina in 1960. They then brought him to Israel to stand trial. This operation was very risky because it happened in a foreign country without permission, but it showed Mossad's ability to carry out missions anywhere in the world. Another famous Mossad mission was Operation Wrath of God. After the 1972 Munich Olympics, where Israeli athletes were killed by terrorists, Mossad was given the job of finding and killing those responsible. Over several years, Mossad agents hunted down the terrorists across many countries. These secret killings and kidnappings stopped terrorist attacks on Israel for some time. Mossad is also known for collecting secret information in dangerous places. They often send agents to live undercover in enemy countries. These spies gather intelligence that helps Israel stay safe from threats. The CIA has a long history of carrying out covert operations, especially during the Cold War, a time when the US and Soviet Union were in a silent fight for power. The CIA worked hard to stop the spread of communism and protect American interests. One famous covert operation was the Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961. The CIA trained Cuban exiles to invade Cuba and try to remove Fidel Castro from power. The mission failed, but it showed how the CIA used secret plans to influence governments. The CIA was also involved in many secret missions in countries like Iran, Chile, and Guatemala. For example, in 1953, the CIA helped overthrow the government of Iran's Prime Minister, Mossadegh. They secretly supported a coup that brought back the Shah to power. The CIA believed this was necessary to protect American oil interests and stop Soviet influence. Another well-known covert mission was Operation Cyclone. During the 1980s, the CIA secretly gave money and weapons to Afghan fighters called Mujahideen. These fighters were fighting against the Soviet Union, which had invaded Afghanistan. This operation helped the Afghans force the Soviet army to leave, which was a major Cold War victory for the US. In recent years, the CIA worked with special military teams in covert missions to capture or kill terrorists. The raid that killed Osama bin Laden in 2011 is a famous example. For many years, the CIA secretly searched for bin Laden. When they found him in Pakistan, they worked with the US military to carry out a surprise attack. This operation showed the power of intelligence and special forces working together. RAW's covert operations. RAW, India's intelligence agency, also carries out many secret missions to protect India's security. Because India faces many threats from its neighbors, RAW works hard to gather intelligence and sometimes support friendly groups in other countries. One famous RAW operation happened during the Bangladesh Liberation War in 1971. RAW secretly trained and supported fighters who wanted Bangladesh to become an independent country, free from Pakistan's rule. This secret help was very important for the success of the war and led to the creation of Bangladesh. RAW also works to stop terrorist attacks before they happen. They collect information about terrorist groups operating near India's borders. RAW sometimes supports groups in other countries that can help protect India's interests. Another important covert operation by RAW was in 1999 when terrorists hijacked an Indian Airlines plane. RAW helped the government gather secret information and plan the rescue operation. This helped save many hostages without causing harm. RAW's work is not just about gathering information, but also about influencing events. Sometimes RAW supports political groups in neighboring countries to keep friendly governments in power or weaken hostile ones. Covert operations are very risky. The agents who carry out these missions often work far away from home, in dangerous places. They have to be very careful because if they are caught, it could lead to serious consequences like imprisonment or even death. Because these missions are secret, they do not always get credit for their success. Many people do not even know these operations happened, but their impact can be very big. They can stop wars, save lives, and change political systems. Covert operations can also cause problems if they fail. Sometimes, when a mission is discovered, it can lead to political tension or war between countries. Despite the risks, Mossad, CIA, and RAW continue to carry out covert operations because they are important tools for protecting their countries. These agencies believe that sometimes secret actions are necessary to keep peace and security. In this way, the secret work of Mossad, CIA, and RAW shapes the world behind the scenes. Their missions, though hidden, have changed history and protected millions of people. In today's world, the problems of conflict and terrorism have become very complicated. The enemies are no longer just armies fighting on battlefields. Now, threats come from secret groups, lone attackers, and even online networks. This is why intelligence agencies like Mossad, CIA, and RAW play an even more important role. Their job is to protect their countries by finding out about these dangers before they happen. Terrorism means using violence to create fear and force governments to act in certain ways. Terrorist groups can be small or large. Some want to change governments, others want to harm certain communities, and some want to spread their beliefs by force. Terrorists do not wear uniforms like soldiers. They hide among civilians, making it hard to find them. They use secret messages, underground networks, and the internet to plan attacks. They may target crowded places, public transport, or important buildings. Because of this, it is very hard to stop them without good information. This is where intelligence agencies come in. They collect information from many sources. They use spies who live near terrorists or their supporters. They listen to phone calls, read emails, and watch social media. They also get help from ordinary people who see something suspicious and report it. Mossad has a strong focus on stopping terrorist groups that threaten Israel. Many of these groups operate from nearby countries or territories. Mossad uses its network of spies to watch these groups closely. One way Mossad works is by infiltrating terrorist groups. This means agents pretend to be members of these groups to learn their plans. When they find out about an attack, Mossad warns the Israeli government and security forces. Mossad is also known for its secret missions to capture or kill terrorists. These operations often happen far from Israel. They require careful planning and great courage. Mossad believes that stopping terrorists before they act is the best way to protect its people. After the 9/11 attacks in 2001, the CIA became the leading agency fighting terrorism around the world. The attacks showed how dangerous and organized terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda could be. The CIA works closely with other countries to share intelligence. Terrorism is a global problem, and no country can stop it alone. The CIA also uses technology like drones to watch terrorist camps and leaders from a distance. Besides watching, the CIA has helped capture or kill many terrorist leaders. For example, the CIA led the hunt for Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda. After years of searching, the CIA found his location and helped carry out the raid that ended his life in 2011. This was a major success for the agency. India faces threats from many terrorist groups, especially those operating in Kashmir and along its borders. RAW collects detailed information about these groups and their plans. RAW works closely with Indian police and military to stop terrorist attacks before they happen. Sometimes RAW also helps identify supporters of terrorist groups inside India and other countries. India's fight against terrorism is complicated because terrorists often cross borders and hide in difficult terrain. RAW's intelligence helps the Indian government respond quickly and effectively. In the modern world, terrorists and enemy countries use the internet in many ways. They communicate secretly through encrypted messages. They spread false information or propaganda to recruit new members. Some even try to hack important computer systems to cause damage. Mossad, CIA, and RAW have special teams that work in cyber intelligence. These teams watch online activities and try to stop cyber attacks before they happen. Cyber warfare is a new battlefield where information is both the weapon and the target. While intelligence agencies work to keep countries safe, their actions sometimes raise important questions. Listening to phone calls, reading emails, or watching people's online activities can affect personal privacy. Many people worry about how much power intelligence agencies should have. Governments try to find a balance between security and protecting human rights. Laws and rules are made to keep intelligence work legal and fair. In today's dangerous world, intelligence agencies like Mossad, CIA, and RAW are more important than ever. They work quietly and often without thanks. Their success is usually measured by the attacks they stop and the lives they save. Because enemies use new technologies and secret methods, intelligence agencies must constantly improve. They train their agents well and invest in the latest technology. They also work with each other sometimes, sharing information to fight common enemies. The work of intelligence agencies helps keep peace, prevent violence, and protect millions of people every day. Though we may not always see their work, their influence is powerful and necessary. The world is changing fast, and technology is a big part of that change. Mossad, CIA, and RAW use many modern tools to do their work better and faster. Technology helps them collect information, communicate secretly, and carry out their missions with more success. In the past, spies used to rely mostly on secret meetings and paper letters. Now, technology makes it possible to collect huge amounts of information quickly. Satellites can take pictures of places anywhere on Earth from space. These pictures help intelligence agencies see what is happening in enemy countries without sending agents there. Phones, emails, and the internet are also important. Intelligence agencies can listen to phone calls, read emails, and watch websites to find clues about threats. They use special computers to search through millions of messages to find important information. One of the newest and most important parts of intelligence work is cyber intelligence. This means using computers and the internet to gather secret information or to protect a country from cyber attacks. Sometimes intelligence agencies try to hack into the computers of enemy countries or terrorist groups. This helps them find secret plans or stop attacks before they happen. For example, the CIA and Mossad are believed to have created computer viruses to damage nuclear programs of enemy countries. But agencies also work to stop hackers from attacking their own countries. Cybersecurity teams protect important computer systems like banks, power plants, and government offices from being hacked. Spies and agents need to communicate secretly. If their messages are found by the enemy, it could ruin the mission or put lives in danger. This is why intelligence agencies use encryption, a way of coding messages so only the person with the key can read them. Technology has made encryption very strong. Even if someone steals a message, they cannot understand it without the key. Mossad, CIA, and RAW all have experts who create and break codes to keep their communication safe. Drones or unmanned flying machines are now common tools for intelligence agencies. These small aircraft can fly over enemy territory to take pictures, record videos, and listen to conversations without risking a pilot's life. Drones can stay in the air for many hours, watching targets and sending live information back to the agencies. This helps commanders plan missions better and react quickly. Besides drones, agencies use many types of surveillance cameras, listening devices, and tracking technology to monitor people and places. Today, intelligence agencies collect huge amounts of information every day. This data is called big data. It comes from satellites, phone calls, emails, social media, and many other sources. To make sense of all this data, agencies use artificial intelligence or AI. AI is a kind of computer program that can learn and find patterns in information faster than humans. It can help spot suspicious activities, predict attacks, and even suggest the best action to take. Using AI makes intelligence work faster and more accurate. However, it also raises questions about privacy and ethics because so much personal information is collected and analyzed. As technology continues to grow, intelligence agencies will keep changing how they work. New tools like quantum computing and advanced robotics may soon become part of intelligence work. These new technologies could help agencies break even the strongest codes or carry out missions using robots instead of humans. But they also create new risks because enemies will have access to these tools too. So intelligence agencies must always stay ahead by learning and adapting. The future of intelligence work will be a mix of human skill and advanced technology working together to keep the world safe.
Intelligence agencies like Mossad, CIA, and RAW do very important work to keep their countries safe. But their work is not always easy or accepted by everyone. There are many challenges and controversies that these agencies face. Sometimes their secret actions cause problems or raise difficult questions. One of the biggest challenges for intelligence agencies is secrecy. Their work must be kept hidden because if enemies find out about their plans, the missions can fail. But this secrecy can make it hard for the public to trust these agencies. People want to know what their government is doing, but intelligence agencies cannot reveal everything. This lack of transparency sometimes leads to suspicion and rumors about illegal or wrong actions. Even the best intelligence agencies sometimes make mistakes. A failed mission can cost many lives or cause political problems. For example, the CIA's Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961 was a failure. The plan to remove Cuba's leader Fidel Castro did not work, and it hurt the reputation of the CIA and the United States. Mistakes can also happen when intelligence is wrong or incomplete. Sometimes agencies think there is a threat when there is none, or they miss signs of real dangers. These errors can lead to wrong decisions by governments. Intelligence agencies often watch people to stop threats, but this surveillance sometimes includes innocent citizens who are not doing anything wrong. This raises questions about privacy and rights. For example, after 9/11, it was revealed that the CIA and other US agencies were collecting phone records and emails of many people, even without a court order. Some people believed this was necessary for security, but others thought it was a violation of privacy. Similar debates happen in many countries where agencies have to balance security and personal freedom. Sometimes intelligence agencies are accused of being used for political purposes. This means they are used not just for national security but to help certain leaders or parties stay in power. This misuse can include spying on political opponents, journalists, or activists. When this happens, it damages the reputation of the agencies and the trust people have in the government. Intelligence agents work in very dangerous conditions. They often have to hide their real identity and live in enemy countries. If they are caught, they can face imprisonment or worse. People who provide information to these agencies, called informants, are also at great risk. They may be harmed or killed if their identity is discovered. Protecting these people is a constant challenge for intelligence agencies. Intelligence work often happens across borders. This creates legal and ethical challenges. Agencies may break the laws of other countries to carry out missions. This can cause international conflicts. Some covert operations have led to political crises or even wars when they became known. Countries have to carefully decide how far they can go without causing bigger problems. Despite these problems, intelligence agencies work to improve. They train their agents carefully and follow strict rules to avoid mistakes. Many countries have laws and oversight bodies to keep agencies under control. Agencies also try to build trust by explaining their role and success to the public without revealing secrets. In conclusion, while Mossad, CIA, and RAW play a vital role in protecting their countries, they face many difficulties. Their secret nature, risks, and the power they hold make their work complicated. Balancing security, ethics, and law is a continuous challenge for all intelligence agencies.